The European Union has launched its toughest sanctions yet against Moscow. A sweeping ban on Russian liquefied natural gas and a crackdown on Vladimir Putin's shadow fleet. Announced by Denmark, which holds the EU presidency, the move came at a special Brussels summit and marks the bloc's strongest attempt to cut off Russia's war financing.
Today is a good day for Europe and Ukraine. These sanctions will introduce new and comprehensive measures on oil, gas, and Russia's financial sector.
The decision follows President Donald Trump's latest sanctions targeting Russia's oil revenues and tanker exports. For the first time since 2022, Washington and Brussels have acted in lockstep, synchronizing energy pressure to squeeze the Kremlin's war chest and push Moscow toward negotiations. The law phases out Russian gas by 2028. Short-term supply deals end by June 2026. Long-term Gazprom contracts are banned from January 2028. All Russian LNG imports, including mixed cargoes, face an immediate ban. The EU also imposes full transaction blocks on Rosneft and Gazpromneft, closing loopholes once used to fund Moscow's war. The sanctions strike at Russia's covert shadow fleet, tankers with fake flags and hidden ownership. Offending ships will be denied ports, insurance, or seized outright. The EU also targets banks and intermediaries in China and India, aiding Moscow, and bans all cryptocurrency services for Russian nationals. Diplomats face new travel limits within the EU to curb potential espionage. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed the move, calling it crucial and praising the united transatlantic front. He said, "A ceasefire was possible, but only through greater pressure on Moscow."
And this decision of 19th package of sanctions is crucial for us. Thank you so much. And today it goes together with the yesterday's decisions of President Trump on energy, also sanctions package. We waited for this. God bless, it will work. And this is very important. So I agree with you totally that Russia doesn't show that they want to stop this war. They attack us. You see, again, kindergartens, schools, just civilians, and they increase this pressure. It means that we have not only to defend with all Europe, with the United States together, we have to pressure on Putin, stop this war. Pressure, it means sanctions packages, long-range air defense, and of course, financial support, about what we will speak together today.
European Council President Antonio Costa confirmed that the EU will keep funding Ukraine's fight through 2027, including for military needs. He said, "The sanctions are not just economic, but political, showing Europe's resolve to keep standing with Kyiv."
And today in this European Council, we will take the political decision to ensure the financial needs of Ukraine for 2026 and 2027, including for acquisition of military equipment. And this is a very strong message to Russia. We said repeatedly that we will support Ukraine as long as necessary and whatever it takes.
The bans are reshaping global energy markets. Europe, already buying record LNG from the US, Norway, and Qatar, will now compete harder for supply. Analysts expect a short-term oil spike, while China and India buy up discounted Russian cargoes. Economists warn of renewed inflation risks this winter, even as the EU accelerates renewables and nuclear energy. Russia has dismissed the new sanctions as ineffective. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova said Moscow faces no major obstacles and has developed solutions to offset EU measures. She called US sanctions on Rosneft and Lukoil counterproductive, arguing they hurt the global economy more than Russia.
We do not see any major obstacles to continue the process initiated by the Russian and US presidents. This work shouldn't be carried out through media leaks, but by diplomats. The new sanctions won't coerce Moscow into abandoning its national interests. They only strike Europe itself.
The EU's energy ban ends 5 decades of reliance on Russian fuel, from Soviet pipelines to Putin's gas leverage. By 2028, Russian energy will be fully out of Europe. Together with Trump's sanctions, the West has drawn a clear line. Russia's energy era in Europe is over, and the economic war has entered its final phase.